What is the most embarrassing story that happened to you? One of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to me took place during a 2-day company training event at a hotel. We were supposed to deliver a team presentation that mattered more than anyone wanted to admit. It was one of those situations where everything feels under control, until it suddenly isn't. On the second morning, I woke up late, rushed through getting dressed, and headed straight to the conference room. It was hot, so I put on a light shirt I'd sent to the hotel laundry the night before. I arrived just in time. Everyone was seated, and my boss had just started speaking. A few minutes later, I noticed something strange. People kept looking at me. Not in the "I'm listening to you" way, but in the "something is definitely wrong" way. A colleague across from me tried to signal with her eyes toward my torso. I didn't get it. I looked at the table, my sleeves, nothing. And then I saw it. My shirt had odd dark marks around the buttons. I touched them and realized it was marker. Still smudgy. And a lot of it. I suddenly remembered the little note I'd scribbled on a scrap of paper the night before while preparing for the presentation. Apparently, it had stayed in my pocket and turned into ink soup during the wash. But the stains weren't the worst part. The worst part was what was written there. When I looked closer, I understood immediately why everyone was trying not to stare. On the left side of my shirt, slightly faded but perfectly readable, was the sentence, "Don't forget, the boss talks too much." I must have written it as a joke reminder for myself the night before. And now I was sitting right in front of the boss, who was indeed talking for quite a while. I had two options: pretend nothing was happening or try to fix it. I chose the worst one, trying to cover it with my hand. All it did was smear the ink across half my shirt, drawing even more attention to it. Of course, my boss noticed. He stopped mid-sentence, looked at me, I looked back, and for a long moment, nobody said a word. Then he said, completely deadpan, "I hope I'm not keeping you too long today." The whole room burst out laughing. Me too, even though I wanted to disappear beneath the table. Luckily, my boss had a sense of humor, and it turned into an inside joke for the rest of the training. But that moment, realizing I was basically wearing a public insult on my chest, is something I still feel in my bones. And since that day, I check my pockets. Twice. Always.